Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Boltor Entertainment is proud to present to you another tournament video. This is me doing commentary. Hello everybody, my name is Boltor and I will be your commentator for this video. Today we've got Geth versus The Fuzz, which as everyone knows is one of my favorite people to comment for because of the puns and the jokes that can be made out of the words The Fuzz. And to The Fuzz, you'll be happy to know that when I made some jokes about The Fuzz as a source of entertainment to my fiance this weekend, I got slapped. So if that makes you feel any better, hey, that's what I'm here for. At any rate, this is Geth versus The Fuzz, and once again, this is a video that had music playing in the background. As far as I can understand, there was no game sound or any commentary coming from it. And while I'd love to have music playing in the background, it's pretty much all copyrighted. So, and YouTube, that's a big no-no. So we're gonna go ahead and see how this tournament plays out. Now that guy Geth has himself an epic quest. Makes me want an epic quest myself. But anyway. The Fuzz. That's just fun to say. I mean, players with "the" at the beginning of it are always easy. Easy to have a nice, fun voice announcement for. So Fuzz is playing Dominion or Advanced Despina. Geth is playing Basic Darius. Advanced Despina, probably the same Advanced Despina as we saw the last time we saw the Fuzz play. It starts off with a spoiled aristocrat, so I'm gonna go with yes. And Geth appears to be playing wisdom, corruption, control, I'm going to assume. So what he's probably gonna do here is we're probably going to see golems being made, and the charged RI is going to be killing off the spoiled aristocrat. I can't words today. So, he puts that in the front row. That's an interesting choice. So Fuzz is going to draw 2 cards. And another Foundry Engineer. Man, I think this game is just going to get completely and utterly out of hand for the Fuzz to be able to handle. But, again, I could be wrong. And Rage in there, too. So he's got a Maddening Thoughts. He's got a Fire Blast. This might not be a control deck. This might just be a mill deck with some kind of, the golems as a wall of defenders, or just an alternate win condition. Play a crap load of golems, and just completely overrun your opponent in early game. And hey, it's working for him. So, out goes another Foundry. Nope, charged. All right. And a Foundry Engineer is going to get the energy. Summon a Golem. Swing for 6. He's going to block a Golem. Swing for 4. Fuzz is already at 11. So we'll see what the Fuzz has here. Now, he's 1 turn away from a Cataclysm, which could very much ruin Geth's day. Now, I'm not 100% sure. I believe it was Dominion Wisdom we saw out of the Fuzz last round. I don't know if he's changed his deck at all, because under the tournament rules you can change your deck as much as you want. You have to maintain the same hero, however. So 1, 3, 5, 6, 8, 10, 11. That's exact lethal. Geth wins this one on the back of early game double Foundry Engineer. But we'll see if he gets the nut draws again. We'll see if Geth is able to get the nut draws in game 2. That's definitely not the nut draws, at least not compared to what his opponent had last game, or what he had last game. So I would wager we're going to see We're probably going to see Geth mulligan here. Yeah. Well, that's a decent hand, I guess. The New Horizons is really good if he can get one more shrine, which I'll probably just Divine Offering away a Maddening Whisper for. Yep. Oh, he's going to throw away the Disarm? Oh, he must want to get 3 Maddening Whispers on the Fuzz, like, as soon as possible. I mean, could you just imagine that? So he's going to play that for mana. He's going to play the New Horizons for a Corruption Shrine. He's going to send off a Sanctum of the Void, since he has one in hand already. The Fuzz has his Shadowstep Assassin, but Geth will probably just let that attack straight without any kind of concern. Well, now he doesn't have a choice in the matter, but he's probably going to just not block it anyway, because 1 damage, who cares about 1 damage? So he's going to play the Rage Shrine for mana. He's going to get a charged Arite, which is good because it allows him to block and kill the Spoiled Aristocrat. He's going to send away for a Order? There's Order in this deck? This deck seems to be doing a lot of different things. I'm actually curious about what this deck list looks like now. I mean, I thought it was Wisdom Corruption. Then we saw a Rage card. So then I thought it was Wisdom Corruption Rage. Then we saw an Order card, and he's got a Cataclysm in his hand, which is Dominion. So the only thing I don't see him playing is Nature, which means this is pretty much a rainbow control deck, which you can pull off in this game as long as you're playing Wisdom with cards like New Horizons and Obelisk of Unity. But he's got the Cataclysm in hand, but he doesn't have the Obelisks in order to play it. So is he just going to go for a double Maddening Thoughts turn? Or is he going to draw a card? I think he's definitely pondering, studying very thoroughly. Nope. He's going to make the Fuzz go crazy by milling 6 cards a turn. Man. But Fuzz is swinging in for 6 damage. And Geth doesn't really have much in the way of dealing with that, especially since Fuzz is going to get a chance to knock off one of the Cataclysms in Geth's hand. But we shall see what comes next. A Contraptionist is good. A, it's a blocking creature, and B, it's going to get him an Obelisk of Unity in play, which is A, going to let him draw a card, and B is going to help him set up for that Cataclysm. Unfortunately, he's probably not going to get to use the Cataclysm because of the Fuzz's Temptress of Deceit. Right now, it's a race. Can Fuzz deal enough damage to Geth in order to kill him before he gets milled? But 2, 4, 8 damage is going to say, yes, I can, considering he's now showing lethal and has the ability to knock off both the Fire Blast and the Cataclysm from Geth's hand. That Fire Blast is going to save him. Going to get away with it, or take away at least 5 damage from the board. But Ancient Wisdom, get him an Obelisk of Unity, draws a card. That's a Word of Grace. But that's still not going to be enough. He'll go to 6. Now he can block. Yeah, he just resigns. So, here we go into Game 3, people. Geth will be on the play since he lost Game 2. A decent opener with double charged Arite in play. Or being able to play double charged Arite. Got the Contraptionist to fetch his Obelisk of Unity. I can't wait for there to be a spectator mode in this so I can kind of see what I can. Not only can I do these actually live, but I can do them. In theory, I could potentially see what's in both players' hands at the time I'm doing this. So that way I'd be able to have a better idea of what is going to happen, as opposed to being probably as surprised as the player that I'm watching the side of. But this is good for now. We're still getting to watch the tournaments. I'm still getting to commentate on it. And we're still getting to have our fun. Right, guys? That's what this game's all about. This game's all about having fun. So, charged alright swings in for 1 and passes play. Let's see what the Fuzz has. Watch out, guys. It's the Fuzz. It's the coppers. So what is Geth planning on doing here? He's going to Fire Blast that. Smart move. You don't want to let that... Either he would have to have sacrificed both his creatures to kill it and prevent it from getting its ability off, which is pretty important for Geth. Being able to prevent Geth from, or Fuzz from looking at his hand, and B, getting rid of a card from his hand is pretty big. That's why Temptress at Deceit is so good. Now let's see. A Library Guard. That's going to slow down Geth, but it's not exactly an issue for Geth right now because he's not really looking to be super aggressive. There's a Maddening Thoughts. I'm beginning to think there's not a whole lot of mill, so to speak, in this deck. Just Maddening Thoughts is one of those cards that is really good against control decks because it can help burn away some of their answers. So I think this Rainbow Control that Geth is playing is just trying to do a little bit of everything. That's why he's got the Words of Grace. Could win through life gain that way. Cataclysm for board wipe. Fire Blast for removal, Maddening Thoughts for mill. I've always liked the concept of rainbow decks. I mean, one of my favorite decks that I've ever played is Rainbow Reanimator. And that's pretty much just Wisdom with some corruption splashed in, and I play everything except nature. Well, Geth is going to let his Contraptionist die because there's pretty much nothing he can do about it. But with those 2 Obelisk of Unity in play, Geth does have his Cataclysm enabled. The instant Geth feels threatened by what Fuzz has in play, he can just change both of those obelisks to Dominion and throw out a Cataclysm. Alright, so we'll see what the Fuzz has here. I mean, Geth could feel slightly threatened considering the fact that there's, well, he's got a fight. He can potentially take that Fire Blast and use it against the charged Arites. But he's got Fuzz has a whole bunch of creatures that Geth can't block because of their 3 speed, so he might drop the Cataclysm here. We'll see. It draws the Ancient Wisdom, is going to use it. He's going to play the Obelisk of Unity, draw another card, gets another Shrine. He's going to attack with the 2 Arites, probably get 1 sacrificed and blocked. Yep. But that's fine because if he doesn't have a board, he has absolutely no reservations about he has no reservations about dropping the Cataclysm, you know what I mean? You're not losing any creatures to a Cataclysm then. The thing I like most about Rainbow decks is your opponent never really quite knows what you have, you know what I mean? He could, since you can potentially play all the colors, you could potentially have all the cards in your deck, right? It's so hard to predict what's in a Rainbow deck. There's a, so he's going to get hit for 2, 4, 3 because of that Disarm. But now, even if Geth Cataclysms, then even if Geth Cataclysms, he's not going to be hitting the Lamp of Zephyr. But given the amount of life gain that Geth has in hand, he probably doesn't even care about the Lamp. He's going to throw Study to draw a card and pretend Cataclysm. I mean, it sucks that if he Cataclysms, he loses out on that 3 energy for his yep, here comes the Cataclysm. It sucks that he loses out on the energy from the charged Arite for his Foundry Engineers, but it's much better to just remove his opponent's board when he does this. I mean, his opponent still has the lamp, but again, he could be gaining 6 mana or 6 life off of each Word of Grace that he has. And even more, he's got a Thalmic Reflector. He's got a New Horizons. It looks like he's just going to be setting up to win through life gain now. But we'll see what happens. He's gonna play that for mana. He's gonna New Horizons for a Wisdom Shrine, or just nope. He's just gonna Wisdom Shrine. I was about to say, is he just gonna cut out the middleman and go straight for an Order Shrine? There's a Thalmic Reflector. Order Shrine. Order Shrine. Order Shrine. Play that. Gain 6 life. Reflect it. Gain another 6 life. So now that's a big life swing for Geth. He's going to be gaining, another 6 life per turn. Or another 12 life per turn, I'm sorry. And it'll go up even more considering he's got the Order Shrine in his hand. But Fuzz is going to be gaining 9 life off of the Vampirism. So now it becomes a life gain race. But another New Horizons is going to make it even more life out of these Words of Wisdom or Words of Grace. Order Shrine. That means he's going to be gaining 8 life for each of these Words of Grace. So 8, reflect 16, and he's going to hold off on playing the other one because he only has the mana to play it once. So because of that, his he wouldn't be able to win. He would have to wait and top deck another. Tempting Lure is going to dig through Geth's deck for, I didn't see how much mana he paid. Ooh, he gets a Contraptionist, which I don't think is going to fetch him anything. Oh, it fetches him an Overcharger. So that's going to be 5, 10, 12 damage. Oh, but he's got the Disarm. Oh, I didn't see that in his hand. He's got so many cards in his hand. So that's going to allow Geth to win here. Wow. Alright. Well, that double Reflector for the single Word of Grace is just going to let him win the game. Because it's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 times 3 is 24. That's going to be 50 life. Geth just wins this off of life gain alone. And I'm so glad that we have life gain as a win condition. It makes for some really interesting games. Alright, so Geth knocks off the Fuzz and Geth advances to the next round in the Spellweaver Tournament. Like I said in the previous video, we are closing in on being done with this tournament, ladies and gentlemen, and soon we'll be crowning our first Spellweaver champion. I believe first place is somewhere in the vicinity of like 10,000 gold, 15,000 gold. I know that the devs offered up gold for first, second, third, and fourth. And I'm still in it. I'm still pushing through the losers bracket, so who knows? Maybe I could end up in second or third place. Or maybe even first. Maybe I could win this whole thing, because how it works is the winner of the losers bracket will face the winner of the winners bracket. And so, I could potentially become our Spellweaver champion, though I highly doubt it. But we'll see what happens, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, thumbs up, comment, subscribe, the whole 9 yards. Everything you do to help support my channel and help promote my channel helps promote Spellweaver as a game, and the more people we get, the better this game's going to be, the more the devs can do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, guys. More commentary is coming. More games are being played, so more people will be sending me videos. Once this tournament's over, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I'm going to go back to making weekly deck spotlights in my Deck Doctor, which I will be posting tomorrow. So I do have a new deck, another deck that people want me to do Deck Doctor on. So until then, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, may the cards rise to meet you and bring good RNG to your enemies' enemies.